Hey everyone, my name is Nolan. Welcome back to another top 10 Pixel Gun 3D video. And today we're going to be counting down the top 10 special weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. And I'm just going to start this video by saying, I know the comments, you guys are probably going to disagree with me a lot on this list, but I spent hours trying to figure out like which weapons should go where, which weapons even belong on the list, and it just kept switching. I kept rearranging the weapons just because the gameplay is so freaking inconsistent now. There's like so many factors that just go into this that I just like I can't take it anymore. Like I literally don't have time to like keep rearranging the weapons, and then I just had to settle. I just had to sit down, make the list, and record. And so it's like, I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna disagree with me, but the game is in such a bad state right now, especially after these balance changes, that I just can't get consistent gameplay at all anymore. So I'm just going with what I did. I would use a weapon in one game and get like 50 kills with it, and then go into the next game and get 10. It's just like I can't make this up anymore. So I'm just gonna get into the list. If you guys do enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Pixel Gun top 10s. And yeah, let's just get into it. So the first honorable mention is going to be Terramorphing Stone. This weapon, it has a pretty good base damage. However, the thing that really drags this weapon down is the fire rate. Its fire rate is ridiculously low, and unlike Ultimatum, it actually doesn't do enough damage to match the fire rate. This game was honestly kind of a weird game. I was one-shotting pretty much almost everyone that I shot, which is not normal, to be honest. When using this weapon, it usually takes 2 shots to kill someone, so you really need to use this weapon in a 3-cat loadout, because you have to follow it up with some more damage right after, just because it just doesn't do enough damage to one shot. Also, it does heal you for about 8 HP per tick, so that's pretty good. But other than that, I mean, I use this like for clan raids or something maybe, but I just don't really find myself using it ever in actual games. Alright, and I know I'm gonna butcher the name for this weapon, so please don't rage at me, okay? We all know that my pronunciation is never right. But I'm pretty sure this weapon is called the Battle Kusarigama. I know that that's definitely like an American pronunciation, but I don't want to like mess it up so bad to where people are legitimately offended by that. So I'm just going to go with that. Yeah, so the reason why this is in the honorable mentions is because this weapon is so ridiculously inconsistent that I can't put it on the actual list. So this match, yeah, I actually do really good using this weapon. However, like if I get into another match, I might get like 8 kills with it. It's so ridiculously inconsistent, but also good at the same time, that I just decided to put it in the honorable mentions. So yeah, I know I might get a lot of hate for this, but whatever. Next up is the Supernova Generator, and honestly, this special is actually ridiculously good. There is just one thing that pretty much makes this weapon unusable for me, and it is the fact that it has a really big bloom. Its bloom is so big that you can actually notice it in close range combat. It's just like you're leaving your kills up to chance, kind of. However, if you can get some consistent shot accuracy with it, then this weapon actually does really good. It has pretty good headshot damage, and it also has a gravitational field, pulling people closer to you, making it a lot easier to get kills. So I mean, it is a really good weapon. However, I just hate the inconsistency with the accuracy. But yeah, as you guys can tell, the damage is really good. Well, I hope it's not too late in the list to say that this list is entirely my opinion. If it's not too late, I'm going to say it now. This is entirely my opinion, because this is a good time to say this. The only reason Killer Cord is probably on honorable mentions is because of the fact that this has got to be one of my favorite weapons in the game. It sounds freaking amazing. It's so freaking satisfying to get kills with, and it looks so cool, and the concept of it is just amazing. In this game, I actually get really good gameplay with it. However, out of about the 30 minutes that I use this weapon, this was the best gameplay that I got. It didn't really perform all that well in other games. In fact, the DPS on this weapon is 140, which is just not all that great anymore in this game. So yeah, it's really only on the honorable mentions list because I just love this weapon so much, and I just wanted to honorably mention it. Alright, so now we're on to the actual list. For the number 10 spot, I'm going to put Vertical Grip Device. This weapon was actually buffed recently, and if it wasn't buffed, I probably wouldn't have even put it on the actual list. However, yeah, I mean, I guess the buff was only for damage, so it still doesn't really matter, but I don't know, whatever. Anyways, my point is, this is honestly probably one of the best movement weapons in all of Pixel Gun 3D. In fact, as I said earlier, you know how I said like special weapons are just kind of really inconsistent? A lot of the weapons on this list are going to be like weapons that kind of support you, like that just give you better gameplay. So for this Vertical Grip Device, it has really good movement. It's a grapple special weapon. It has 3 capacity, and it allows you to get around the map really well. However, what really drags this weapon down is its ammo. It runs out of ammo pretty quick. And honestly, there is a better special grapple weapon that we are going to get into later, which is why this weapon is placed so low. Just because the other one is basically just this weapon, but with better stats. So why not use the other better weapon instead of this one? But yeah, Vertical Grip Device, it's still a very useful special to have. So if you ever can get it, I recommend you do. Alright, in the number 9 spot, I am putting Sun Eater. This weapon was recently buffed. Stream beam weapons are all pretty good. However, I just feel like all stream beam weapons have now like significantly reduced in performance. I don't know why. In this game, Sun Eater was able to do really good. In fact, I think I was able to eventually get up to first place. But yeah, Sun Eater used to suck. Now it has about 217 DPS, which I think is the 3rd best for all stream beam weapons. However, don't quote me on that. That could be really wrong. However, despite that change, I could not bring myself to get good gameplay. I don't know what it was. Despite doing 217 DPS, I just don't feel like the gameplay ever reflected that. Like when I used to use Firefly's Blessing and Ronin, they would like almost instantly kill people. This weapon just doesn't do that, and neither does Ronin or Firefly's Blessing anymore. So I don't know what it is, if it's just all the mythical armors. Maybe it's the fact that these people had matching kinetic modules. However, the reason why I put kinetic modules on was because in the game before that, everyone had matching energy modules. So it's just like, I couldn't like get good damage on people. I don't know, man. It's still like a good stream beam weapon. It's just, again, my reviews are based on gameplay, guys. And when I can't get good gameplay, I don't rank it that high. So I don't know what to do. Alright, in the number 8 spot, I'm going to put Sly Wolf. This special weapon allows you to generate a huge shield which blocks all incoming damage. It just completely removes it. You don't take damage if the shots are coming from in front of you. You guys can see I'm able to stay alive quite a while. There are only, I think, 1 or 2 weapons that negate this. One of them is the Piercer. It just allows you to shoot through the shield. However, I can't actually remember if there are any more than that. If there are, the comments will let me know. But yeah, this weapon is just very, very useful to block any damage if you're getting low on health in any game mode, or you just need to not die, I guess. So yeah, very, very useful special weapon. However, it's kind of its only quality attribute, which is why it's ranked so low. Alright, for number 7, I'm going with Thor Hammer. So this special weapon, it's really good. I mean, it's like a 2-shot charge weapon. However, what really brings this weapon down is the mobility. It's just so hard to get around with this weapon. If it had like a 60, 70 mobility, this weapon would be like so much higher. So if you guys don't know, Thor Hammer is probably the single most no-skill weapon in all of Pixel Gun 3D. It shoots out in a huge area in front of the player, making it able to do so much damage to so many targets at once. And also, it shoots through walls with no damage reduction. You guys can kind of see that in the background gameplay. It's just ridiculously no-skill, and it's so freaking ridiculous how, like, unbelievably no skill this weapon is, and the fact that the developers have never bothered to change it at all. Honestly, I would make it so like it does kind of like a chain damage maybe, but and also it doesn't shoot through walls. I mean, that's just so ridiculously OP. Imagine this weapon in duels. It'd be impossible to beat someone with this. So I don't know, it's just so overpowered. But for some, I don't know, I'm putting it at number 7. Whatever. Number 6, I'm going with Shockerizer. Now, people will try to tell you that this weapon is a good weapon for 3-cat. I highly disagree. It has fixed delay, guys. I don't know why people are recommending this for 3-cat. I mean, I had people telling me, like, I'm in gaming, don't hate Shockerizer, it's good for 3-cat. And I'm like, no, it's not. But it is kind of good for spamming. It's usually about a 3-shot body shot, 2-shot headshot, so it's pretty consistent, I'd say. And yeah, it's just a really cool kind of weapon, and I think it's decent. I mean, again, the gameplay in the background is horrible. I had some pretty good matches before this, but then when I went to record, of course, it was just horrible gameplay. But yeah, I think it's still a good special for spamming, especially with that Ricochet. Being able to do increased damage with the Ricochet is pretty good. And so yeah, I mean, Pool Party is probably just not the best map to showcase this weapon, but yeah, it's still a good spamming special weapon. Alright, next up is Necklace of the Ice King. This is a must-have in my opinion for 3-Cat because of the fact that it has no input or output delay, making you able to switch between any weapon without fretting. Did I just say fret? I don't know. I guess I'm an oldie now. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's a must-have, especially because the special is kind of in the middle of those weapons, making it really good for pivoting between weapons. So yeah, Necklace of the Ice King is just amazing. However, with all the new mythical armors in the game, Necklace of the Ice King plus Laser Cycler no longer is able to kill someone, which I find absolutely ridiculous. It used to be such a good combo, and I would use Necklace of the Ice King, but now its damage just doesn't really match with the mythical armors anymore, so I don't really pick it over a weapon like Poison Darts. It's still, again, in my opinion, a must-have, especially if you're not really good with aiming. The area damage is definitely really good. So yeah, Necklace of the Ice King is definitely a must-have, and I did actually end up winning this game, so yeah. Alright, next up we got Gift Stealer. This is the better vertical grip device that I was talking about. This weapon is essentially just vertical grip device, but it sends you way farther. You can get across this Christmas diner map in 2 shots. You don't even need to use the whole capacity. And if you do end up using the whole capacity, it actually has more ammo than vertical grip device, so you're able to use it longer. I don't know if the damage is better. Doesn't really matter. It's not really too useful for damage, but again, if you're just looking for a really good special mobility weapon, this is definitely it. It's just, it's really good. Alright, the number 3 spot, I'm putting Ronin. Again, I just feel like Stream Beam spamming automatic weapons have fallen off so hard. The gameplay that I was getting with this weapon was nowhere near as good as it used to be. But I mean, it was still getting good gameplay, so I figured, I mean, I would have put this at number 1 or number 2, but the gameplay just wasn't reflecting it, so I decided to put it number 3. I feel like that's still a good spot for it. So yeah, Ronin, it's definitely a good special for spamming, and honestly, the gameplay in the background in this match was actually better gameplay than what I was getting before. I was really getting horrible gameplay, but then when I decided to sit down and record for the video, yeah, Ronin was actually performing quite well. I mean, you guys can kind of tell in the background, yeah, I feel like it's good gameplay. Maybe it's not to you guys, but yeah, Ronin, it's always been one of my favorite weapons in all of Pixel Gun 3D. I've always kind of vouched for it. However, now I'm kind of like changing my mind. I'm feeling like it's just not performing all that well. But yeah, Ronin, definitely a good special weapon to have. I think it does about like 220 DPS. And in the number 2 spot, I am putting Firefly's Blessing. This is basically just a better version of Ronin at Mythical. I highly recommend getting this weapon to Mythical if you ever get it, because its DPS is 250, which I think at this time is the highest damage per second weapon in the game. Not the highest single shot damage, but the highest damage per second in the game, which is ridiculous. So yeah, this is basically just a better Ronin, although it doesn't have weakening. But that really doesn't matter too much. I don't know. The damage on this weapon is incredible. And unlike Ronin, I still feel like the gameplay with this weapon is actually good. This Lulu, the Nico guy, I don't even know if that's how you say it. He's been in a lot of my games recently, and this dude is like a pro spammer. So of course I'm not going to beat him. But I feel like if he wasn't in my game, I actually would have been able to win this game. Yeah, Firefly's Blessing is ridiculously OP. Highly recommend you guys get it. It's actually still good at Legendary, but still not as good as it would be at Mythical. And the number 1 spot goes to Poison Darts. I just feel like that this is probably the best performing special weapon I can have right now. It's really, really good for 3-Cat, and occasionally it does even one-shot headshot, especially with that poison effect. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's very versatile, very, very, very good for 3-Cat, and it even has a small secret attribute, manual guidance. It's very weird. It has like a shot delay, but at the same time, you're kind of able to like control where the shot goes, making it a lot easier to hit shots. So I don't know, like, I don't even know if it is manual guidance, but it sure feels like it. So yeah, it's just really easy to hit shots with Poison Darts, and again, a very, very must-have weapon for 3-cat. So if you guys can ever get this weapon, highly recommend you do, because I don't believe it's available for coupons in the gallery. However, if it is, the comments will tell you. So yeah. So guys, that's gonna wrap up the video there. I know a lot of you guys are probably gonna disagree with this, but still, I'm not happy with it either. I feel like I would like a more solid list. Like, I just feel like a lot of these weapons could be interchanged, but I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. What would your guys' top 10 special weapons be? And yeah, thank you guys all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace. Yo guys, so I now have a merch store. I'm gonna keep this nice and short while also showcasing some of the merch in the background. So basically, I plan to make a lot more videos in the future where I'm giving out more money. I want to be the next Mr. Beast. Okay, I'll just say that. I know I'm not him yet, but I'm working with what I got. So if you guys want to support the channel while also looking good, while also wanting me to make better videos, then definitely go check out the merch store. Even just feedback is appreciated. We got a lot of different clothes. We got Mint Gaming logo stuff. We got stickers, phone cases, mouse pads, all different kinds of shirts with my regular logo, and then we even have some funnier shirts, which are just kind of memes, and then also like representing your state in a funny way. So yeah, go check it out.